Hey guys, this is the BBK After-Cat X-Pipe, and it is a perfect way to get that raspy race car growl out of your 1114 GT while staying 50 street legal when it comes to emissions. Now, this is also one of the most affordable mid-pipes currently available on the site, and it is a very simple bolt-on install. Now, that install does get 1 out of 3 wrenches on my patented difficulty meter because of that. I'm actually going to show you guys how to get this job done in just a minute. I'd expect it to take you about 30 minutes to an hour at most. Now, as you heard from our sound clips, this X-Pipe will definitely wake up your exhaust tone and your volume, but it's nothing too crazy because it keeps your factory cats. So, I'm going to go ahead and give this a strong 2 out of 5 on our 1 to 5 or 1 to wake the neighbor scale. Now, besides the nice little bump in sound that you're getting with this kit, everything else here is very simple, as you can see, and it's one of the first exhaust mods I actually recommend besides maybe an axle back. You're just working with 2 3/4 inch aluminized tubing, which is considered an entry-level steel, but that's not to say that this mid-pipe is cheap, and it is very affordable because of that steel. This thing is bent very nicely. It uses flared inlets to make that bolt-on job very easy. BBK overall does a very good job with their welds here, and the quality is definitely second to none, as you can see from our customer reviews. Now, like I said, this is one of the most affordable mid-pipes, coming in at around the $170 mark. You could definitely save a little bit of money by going with the Pipes X-Pipe, but the BBK that I have on the table here, again, does earn a near perfect 5-star rating. So if you like the sound and the price, and it's really hard not to, then let's show you how to get this installed. Again, 1 out of 3 wrenches on our difficulty meter, since no cutting is required, and you get to keep the rest of your exhaust exactly the same. So let's go ahead and get on over to our Coyote GT, and I'll show you guys how it's done. All right, guys, so like I said, this install is very easy. You're only gonna need 2 tools, and that's gonna be a 13mm socket and a 15mm socket. So let's go ahead and get our car up on the lift and get started. This install requires us to remove these 2 barrel clamps right here and the 2 C-clamps just behind the catalytic converters. Now, these barrel clamps have to slide back, so we're going to make it easy on ourselves. We're going to spray our pipes up with some lubricant. That way we can get these out pretty easily. All right, so with our pipes lubed up, we're going to go ahead and attack these 2 barrel clamps like I mentioned. You're going to use your 15mm socket for these 4 nuts and bolts here. Before you do that, you want to make sure you pop these 2 little retaining tabs on each side. All right, now once you loosen those barrel clamps, your pipes might sag down a little bit. That's just because they're moving inside the clamp itself. Next, you're going to attack these 2 C-clamps right here, and again, that's a 13mm socket. Okay, now that those clamps are loose, your pipe should be pretty free. You're just gonna go ahead and make sure these are loose enough to slide them off on either side. And once those are free, you're gonna go ahead and let your pipe drop down. And you can just pull it off the vehicle. All right, now that our factory H-pipe is removed, you wanna take your barrel clamps, slide them back over the flow tubes as far as they can go. Then you're gonna grab your new X-pipe. You're just gonna hold it up in place like so. You're going to slide those barrel clamps back over the new X-pipe. All right, now with your barrel clamps seated, you want to keep holding your X-pipe so it doesn't slide out. You're going to attach it to the pipes right behind your cats. You're going to slide those 2 C-clamps over the other ends. All right, now with your new X-pipe hung and your clamps generally positioned, you want to tighten these front C-clamps first. You want to make sure this is really snug because this is where you're going to get exhaust leaks if this thing is not tightened down correctly. All right, once you've got one of your C-clamps mostly tightened, go ahead and push up on your X-pipe so that both of these pipes are relatively level with each other, and then you can go ahead and drive it home. All right, we're gonna go ahead and make sure that our new X-pipe is perfectly level with our outlet flow tubes. Now you can either have a friend help you and he can just kind of push it up like this. I'm working by myself today, so I'm gonna grab a pole jack and center it right here over the X portion of the pipe. And that's gonna make sure this thing's nice and level so I can tighten down all these 15mm bolts. And then with your pull jack centered and you're happy with your level here, go ahead and tighten these guys down. All right, now with your 15mm bolts tightened down on your barrel clamps, you don't really have to worry about these slip connectors that you loosened earlier. They're honestly kind of annoying. They don't really serve a huge purpose once everything's tightened down. So if those are not lined up perfectly and they're not retained in the clip, you don't really have to worry about it, to be honest. All right, so with those 15mm bolts tightened down, go ahead and double check that everything is lined up. As long as you don't have any clearance issues, you don't have any of your pipes hitting underneath the car, you should be good to go. Now that actually wraps up my review and install of the BBK After-Cat X-Pipe fitting your 11 to 14 GT. I'm Travis, thanks for watching, and for all things Mustang, keep it right here at AmericanMuscle.com.